brand new. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to an episode of Pattay's Performance. In the driveway we have this free, that's right, free Craftsman M110 140cc 21-inch lawnmower. Does it say how old this was? The guy said he had it for a year. Okay, it's missing. Your decal tag should be right there. It's missing it. I never get free stuff because there are vultures out there while I'm at work that scoop everything. So we can look, the rear wheel is a little bit oversized compared to the front one, so it's supposed to be easier to turn. It does not have a deck wash. It's supposed to go here if it was equipped, but it looks pretty good. So he said that it died while he was using it. Oil is clean, but just because it's clean doesn't mean anything. I sniffed it. Okay, it doesn't smell like gas. Let's check the air filter. That'll tell you the use. Yeah. Dirty, but clean. We've seen a lot worse. And the gas is full. Let's tip the lawnmower over. Remember, muffler side down. Let's see if he hit anything. Blade looks good. No chunks missing. Which means he really didn't hit anything that would cause it to stop or really damage it. So let's get into it. All right, let's unlock the motor. Let's free it up. Clamp it. These motors, they just turn over so easily that I can't tell if it has compression or not anymore. Compared to like the Quantums and the older lawnmowers, that when you give it a pull, it actually fights back. Let's see. Two more, and that's it. One. That's it. Put a little bit of seafoam in here. Let's pull this cover off. Let's give it a go. So by it running and dying means that the system is priming, but not enough fuel is getting into it. So something must have clogged up the carburetor. I have some two-stroke in a bottle. Let's squirt it on the bottom hole, just a little bit, and let's give it a pull. Okay, so what I was trying to do is, as I'm squirting fuel into the combustion chamber, it is igniting. And sometimes we have seen that we can keep the motor running and seafoam will knock whatever's loose and blocking up the jet, will let it go through. Obviously there's something in here that's jammed in there pretty good. Let's try it one more time before we try and get physical. Nope, we got to get physical. We got to get inside that carburetor, which is really not a big deal. Let me get some tools and a different camera position, and we'll dive right into this freebie. Alright guys, so we got our tools assembled, and we'll go through them as we use it. Now this step I used to never do, but I've been a big fan of this lately because I just have so much more room, is we're going to become pulling off the recoil cover. And if you're a first timer, this will also give you the confidence if you ever need to go inside here and replace the recoil or the pull start. You give yourself a gander, because once you've done something and you do it a second time, it's a lot easier. So that's it. Here's your recoil right here. You just push this out, recoil comes out, slap a new one in or replace your string, you're good to go. Let's get that out of the way. Here's your starter cup. Look at that spider's nest. I wonder how long this was sitting before it got here. I don't think he used it, it died, and he got rid of it right away. I think he's had it here for quite some time. Now, one of the reasons why I pulled off the recoil cover as well is now you have full access to all the rods and linkages. Here's your automatic thermostatic choke lever, and then your governor. And then here is your crankcase gear that you just pop out. So let's go back and let's get into this car. So you have 4 bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are 5/16 8mm, and this is either 5/16 or no 7mm, or what is it, like 9/32 or something. Just get yourself a basic tool set. Please don't buy individual sockets. Please do not buy individual sockets. Get yourself a tool set. Here's your air filter cover. Put your bolts in there so we don't lose them. Now we're going to switch to our 7. And this comes right off. Now off camera, I am looking. He said he put a new spark plug in it. And he did. It's not the factory Chinese plug. That comes off right there. See, now we have full access to the carburetor with no intrusions whatsoever. We have a great visual. So now, let's take our pliers. Let's press this clamp. So this tank is full of gas. Normally, to make it easier, because I don't want to struggle, I pop this line off. But even with the fuel being all the way, it's not going to happen. So we're going to deal with some spillage here. Clamp that, squeeze out with your pliers. Get yourself these hose pliers or something that won't tear and break. And just work it off, work it out. Now, because this is full, fuel is going to come out. Let's see if we can jam this recoil bolt in there. And look at that. There you go. Now it's not leaking. That is the bolt from the recoil we took off. Alright guys, now with the fuel filter out of the way and a recoil bolt stuck in there contaminate stopped it from coming out. If you don't want to do that, so be it. Gas is cheap in my opinion, just let it go. Let's pull this out. So here's another reason why you also have free range. So this came out, and if you have to give a little force, it will. Pull it up towards you. The first thing you want to do now is start to swing it out away, and we're going to focus on this back rod. And that'll come right out. Now that it's fully out, tilt it up to the sky, and now we slid it out. Now we still have our 7mm. Oh, wait a minute. This is also why we take it out. What do you see here? This is your gasket and your O-ring. Well, it's like it's plastic retainer. So let's pop that out individually. If that happens, don't freak out. Take it to the back side of the carburetor. Put your O-ring in. And then slide. It just snaps into place. It does not get any easier than that. Let's take our 7mm. 1, 2. And now we're gonna see if we can just give this a twist by hand. You see this pivots. So can we twist this by hand? Nope, sometimes we get lucky. Next tool needed. A very thin, flat bladed screwdriver. So let's stick this in here, in between the joint, and let's work it in, and then pop up. You can see we have some fuel coming out. Here we go. Oh, trying to show you guys, and it popped right out. But see, we have leverage. Twist it up to the sky, and it comes right off. Now this is plastic, so I've never seen rust or jelly. So right here is your pin for the float. Just want to make sure this has free range. And this is your plastic jet right here. Let's stick it in. Flat-blade screwdriver. Turn it up towards the sky, and it pops right out. Now, these jets you could order and replace. I'll drop a link to where you guys can buy them if you don't feel like cleaning out the carburetor or cleaning it is unsuccessful. You have holes 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is a tip cleaner set. Links to buy this will be in the description as well. And you just now, we're going to stick them in each and every hole. Now these do come apart, but if I can't pull it apart, I don't want to force it. It's not really necessary. See, I'm just trying to use my hands. This jet comes right out, and that is not the case. So what I'm going to do is, you can get like brake cleaner or PB blaster and blow it through each hole. I'm just going to use my mouth, like an accordion, and we're good to go. Right? Literally, I just put my mouth on all of this. You're fine. Now you see you have O-rings here and here, and there's some internal, because that's why this is on tight. You really don't want to use brake clean. It'll shrink these O-rings. PB blaster or WD-40 in through each hole, and you're going to see some passage. I don't think we're going to need that. Actually, I don't think, I know. We're going to press this right back into place where we had it. It can only go one way. Let's put this cover back on. And remember, these bolts that have a shoulder on them and like a washer, these are the ones that go into the carburetor. Now, somehow, some way, if you strip these, it's not the end of the world. Go to the hardware store, get 5/16 1-inch sheet metal screws, and that will save you. And here we are. So just torque it down by hand. You go by feel. Now the same way we put it on is the same way we take it off. So remember, we had to tilt it to the side and then up. So let's reverse that. So let's go up. Now the up goes here, and the side one goes here. Two different sides rods. So tilt it up, stick it in, a little Z-bend. Now we gotta turn it. Stick it in, come on. There we go. And now we slide it and press it onto the hole. There we go. You're gonna feel like a snip. Now, let's take our bolt out, our recoil bolt out, and stick it right in there. Take our pliers, and boom. Now, remember the air filter? This is your crankcase, and this is that hose. So when we mount it, let's make sure we press the two together. And now we take our hardware, which is 5/16, and let's put it in there. So the 5/16, the black screws go at the end, they mount the bracket, and then the two silver ones, 7mm, is for the carburetor. And you notice how I started those by hand. These just thread into plastic, so these are like sheet metal screws. So we just started it. There we go. Now let's switch to the 5/16. I like to do the covers first. Boom, boom, and now we'll go back, and now we'll do the carburetor. Now remember, you're going to be doing this by hand, so you're going to feel it get tight. Use some, I call it mechanical instinct, which you will gain over with experience and confidence. Put this air filter back on. Let's slap this cover on. We're good to go. Now we can tilt the lawnmower down, let the oil slide back in, and now we can put this recoil back on. So now the recoil is on. You see how it's not on tight? So just take the recoil and pull the rope, and now it went right into position. Take your 3 bolts and start them by hand. Please, I cannot stress this more than enough. Please start every threaded bolt by hand. Now I'm just taking my socket or my tool and I'm just confirming that they're in there. Now we're ready to fire this thing up. So make sure we are free and clear of all our tools and obstructions, which we are. Handlebar is still depressed. Fire in the hole. You know what that's the sound of, right? That is the sound of sweet, sweet victory. And victory is what we like here. So now, let's definitely clear our tools out of the way, because I want to show you guys something that I recently picked up. And I should have done this a long, long time ago. I'm going to show you guys how I clean mowers. With ease, I mean with ease, especially dirty, grimy ones, especially Toros that are covered. They have those white wheels that are like black or brown or gray. I mean, they're not even the right color anymore. And also, I used to never hand wash mowers. And I would still get like hard spots. And I just refuse to hand wash a lawnmower. Its job is to cut grass. I just can't do it. All right, so this is just some simple green that I buy in bulk. And I'm just gonna spritz it along the mower. Nice little cover. The wheels are very important. because you want to have shiny wheels, especially when we're going to be putting this lawnmower up for sale. This is the cat's meow on the end of a drill. This like scrubber brush. And believe it or not, I love this so much, I got a different set that I use on the cars. Now I'm just going to take our brush and here, just work it around. Now, to get the max life out of your brush, or any brush, you see how it's starting to move one way? See how the bristles are starting to go one way? Reverse your drill, and now it goes against the grain. Definitely go against the wheel. I'm just going to go around this wheel. Now, as we do the other side, I'm going to throw some screenshots in of those nasty, filthy Toros that I've been getting and cleaning up, literally like brand new, using this drill attachment. This literally is a game changer. I don't know why, I don't know how I lasted so long without this. So any place you see a lot of grime and grub, this has yet to peel or damage any paint. This stuff, this thing is amazing. So what I like to do when I clean machines, I like to clean them while they're running. So that sometimes, you know, water gets in the exhaust port. The pressure of the motor kicking out the exhaust will keep the water out. And plus, when I'm done pressure washing this, the oil's nice and hot so I could change it. Even though the oil is clean, you got to change it. Over time it breaks down. This machine is for resale, so I got to service it. You know how that goes. Alright guys, so here our lawnmower is in its final resting place. Off camera, I serviced it, reconditioned the blade, pressure washed underneath the lawnmower to clean out the inside deck. If you guys decide to do that on your own, remember to tip the muffler down on the ground. That side goes down on the ground. The carburetor faces up to the sky, and you pressure wash, clean, service, whatever on your way. I elected not to do that on camera because I have a ton of videos on servicing your lawnmower. If you feel so inclined to check that out, by all means do. Affiliate links for the scrubber brush and some of the tools that I use will be in the description. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I am elated how this lawnmower came out. This is a free lawnmower. The listing price will be $250. I hope you guys enjoyed that little bonus footage. That's for some of you long timers and fellow flippers, or for maybe somebody who decided to start flipping on their own. Alright guys, thanks for hanging out with me today in the driveway. Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. Guess what? I'll see you guys on the next episode of Pattay's Performance. Later.